Spartans! What is your profession?
So, yeah, I mean, combined 11. Right, this has to be structured, guys. Right?
Yeah, this is going to be
structured, guys. Like for a combined 11. First things first.
Listen, it needs to be done on ability and current form as well.
Yeah, go on.
See, this is the thing.
criteria.
I'm not accepting based on what they've done over 10 years of playing football. I'm not accepting that. I'm accepting what they've done this season and current form. That's what I'm accepting. I'm not accepting but they were good last year and whatnot. That's we're not last year. We're in season 20 to 21. So it's based on what they've done so far and form. Everyone will get their say on reasons why, but we're going to try and limit it as much as possible because we might be here forever. So freaking, I'm just going to start it already, bruv. Goalkeepers.
Are we doing it by votes? Yeah, like if 3 people out.
Yeah. So if it's majority, we just move on. Yeah? But if it's majority, we move on. But if we got a split, we're gonna have to try and debate it and see what's going on. Truth, goalkeeper.
There's not much between them right now. In the past, I would have said De Gea all day. I'm still just gonna edge De Gea over the line because I'm not fully confident on Leno. I don't think Leno's at that level yet, so I'll happily put De Gea there. I've got nothing wrong with that.
Skipper, do you agree with De Gea?
Yeah, De Gea number 1. Like that guy Leno can never be or never perform like De Gea in his life. So De Gea number 1.
Mr. K, are you gonna fight the Leno corner or are you going De Gea as well?
No, I'm okay with De Gea.
Okay, we'll move on then because I'm De Gea as well. As I said, there's not much between them, but I think if I had to trust one out of the 2 of them, I'd have to go with De Gea.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, right? Cedric hasn't played that many games, so I'm not accepting him. Just an FYI, because he hasn't played that many games. So right back, KA
Spider easily.
Oh,
right back.
It's a hard one.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
It's a hard one. Is it a hard one?
Okay, go on.
Because Wan-Bissaka, he's not that great defensively.
I know he isn't.
I know he does. No. Listen, he does.
He just said something blasphemous.
He relies too much on these last-ditch tackles, bro. Why is he always out of position? That he always have to
imagine this guy.
I'll explain why from a club. But K is right.
Who we picking? Who we picking?
No. I'm gonna put out there. Yeah. Why is he always having to make last-ditch tackles, bro? Why is that?
Listen, he's not always having to make. He's not having to make tackles. That's his tackling style. He likes to tackle like that. It's his tackling style. He listen. I'm going to explain to you. He puts the defender in a false sense of security that they're going to tackle. Ball's gone.
It's true. It's true. Okay, but who are you picking?
That's what you call defending. That's what you need to do. Take the ball.
With that said, I still pick Wan-Bissaka as the right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous then.
Skipper, I take it you're saying Wan-Bissaka as well.
Yeah, of course. Who have Arsenal got? They got no one right now. Bellerin's not on form.
It sounds like
Cedric Suarez.
That's going to be Man United, but just put.
No, it's not. It's not. But I will put who is the better player, like in regards to the criteria. And in this situation, it's only Wan-Bissaka. Arsenal ain't got a good right back right now in form this season.
Full house.
There's nothing to decide between the both of them because one going forward is way better than the other one going forward. Wan-Bissaka, obviously, Bellerin's much better than Wan-Bissaka going forward.
Why?
How many assists and goals has he got this season?
Why?
How many assists and goals?
More than Wan-Bissaka.
All right, cool. You go do your stats and you tell me, innit?
We'll search that later.
Go do your research. Sorry.
Research that later. But just general. Come on, just from the eye test. Bellerin is much better going forward than Wan-Bissaka.
From the eye test, yeah. From the eye test, yeah. But if you look at it, like as Skipper said in the stats, it's
Not my eyes.
It's not. But from the eye test, yeah.
Come on, Bissaka's delivery is not good. And that's why you guys don't even attack
last,
that side. And the one thing I see defensively,
you got to understand. Last couple of games, he's been putting in some whips. Though he has been putting in some whips last couple of games. You have to.
I think it's changed a bit because Cavani has been playing. Yeah.
Because hold on. Because he's so dominant defensively, it shows the difference in his attack. But his attack is not anything less than any other right back in the Premier League, apart from the very top ones. Like people need to stop talking about he's not a good right back because he can't deliver. And listen, going forward, that guy's hard to stop. He's tenacious. Listen, there was a situation. I don't know what game it was. But
I let him cross.
No, but I'm saying there's a situation. I think it was in a Fulham game where literally he went past like 3 players, not with speed but with strength and tenacity. He got the ball forward. He's not just a right back. It's not just going to fly up the wing, looking pretty, doing step overs, doing skills, doing nice 1-2.
No, I know, but look, it's not
everyone's programmed like that Chelsea guy. What's that Chelsea? The right back. Not everyone's like him. Yeah, he's what you call right back prototype, ain't it? He's good going forward, strong going back. You know what I mean? You're not gonna find everyone like that.
Viren has 3 assists, Wan-Bissaka 1. The proof's in the pudding. I like Wan-Bissaka.
How many goals?
You asked about assists earlier, now you're asking about goals. Anyway, TJ, let's move on.
No. Just finishing off this.
Because Wan-Bissaka bangs goals, that's why.
One thing Wan-Bissaka, that he's got deficiencies defensively in terms of positioning. 1-on-1, amazing. But that inside left, he has a little bit of an issue with. The gap between the centre back and him is an issue for him. He finds it hard. He doesn't communicate well with his.
He'll learn that though. He'll learn that.
I know, and he learned that. So
you lot don't even understand why that happens. That happens because Maguire and Lindelof as a centre back partnership, they have no legs, no nothing. Don't you see? They're like a Hoover.
You can't just blame him. You can't just blame him. You can't just blame all the centre backs. It's up to him as well to communicate with the centre backs. It goes both ways. They have to communicate with one another.
Remember, yeah, I know, but think about it. He's on the outside. It's more important for them to communicate to him.
I know, but it works both ways. He's looking across. Remember, he's looking across the line. Your fullbacks are looking across the line.
Listen though, but listen though, he's got the winger and the left back coming down his right side. How can he think he's caught in 2 minds sometimes? Like our defense is not the best. That's why he's looking like that. I understand what you're saying.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
At the same time, let's move on. Right?
Yeah, I think I'll put Wan-Bissaka there because I do like my fullbacks to defend more than attack. That's the only reason why. But I don't think there's much between them. I think TJ puts Wan-Bissaka there, so it's a full house in that one.
Yeah, 100%. Centre backs. Skipper, centre backs.
Arsenal play Luiz and
Holden.
Gabriel. I saw Gabriel scoring an own goal the other day. All right, to me, yeah, who am I choosing? My first one?
Both.
Am I choosing one or both of them?
Both.
All right, listen. The 2 I'm going to choose, they're going to lack pace, but in terms of each team's best defender, it's Maguire and Holden. I'll play both of them together because I don't know if Lindelof's or Bailey's fit, and I ain't playing Tubaneza. And Arsenal, Luiz is a bit of a liability. Gabriel's not looking so good because he's scoring them own goals, looking a bit shaky. And the only one that's looked consistent for a long period of time since Arsenal have been picking up results is Holden. So I'm going Holden and Maguire.
Truth?
In terms of best defenders, ability-wise, I have to go Bailly and Gabriel. I think Bailly, I know he's got fitness issues. I know he's got a fitness issue this week, but we're talking about if the players are fit and and if they're available.
I thought we were talking about this season.
This season of form, bro.
Yeah, even on form. Bailly's the best.
Bailly's good, but he hasn't been better this season than Maguire.
So if this season
than Maguire.
Yeah, he hasn't been better than Maguire. Yeah,
Maguire's not even in the top 4 defenders in this game.
Right.
Come on, Truth.
You say that.
You have to be honest now.
What, Maguire?
That's bias. That's
God,
bias.
Maguire. I don't rate Maguire for help. For me,
Yeah.
Maguire's played the same as David Luiz this season. David Luiz has hardly made mistakes this season. Maguire's made a hell of a lot of mistakes this season. He's got a problem with the ball coming across the floor. He can't lead. He can't manage his defense properly. There's always a gap between him and the flipping fullback. I'm sorry, I can't put Maguire. I can't put Maguire there. I can't. I'm sorry.
Dominant in the air.
He's dominant in the air. I'll give that. He's dominant in the air, but that's about it.
Like you have to put Maguire there because to me, I would put Bailey there, but Bailey hasn't played better than Maguire this season. Bailey's played 5 games for us.
I know, but when he's played, I thought apart from the Tottenham game, I like what Bailey, especially when he was doing that little run.
No, Bailey is good, but think about it. Yeah, if you have to pick your team, and then Bailey's not playing, then you're playing with no defender, only one defender. You need someone that's reliable, that's going to be there every game. You don't know if Bailey's going to be there in that match. So I don't really think.
I'm picking the best 11.
Because to me, I would put Bailey. I would put Bailey too, but not this season. Bailey hasn't been the best this season.
I'm still going to put Bailey.
Are you sticking with Bailly and Gabriel?
Yeah,
KA?
sure.
No, I don't think Truth is really thinking about this season. I think
he's not.
He's talking about who he prefers as a defender. Because I don't want to pick Maguire, but I have to pick him for this season and agree with Skipper and say Holding and Maguire. Holding
hasn't even been our best defender.
But he's been solid. Since he came in, it's when it coincided with our defense changing fortunes.
What are you talking about? We played 3 at the back. Gabriel's been our mainstay. The only reason he came out of the team was because of when he got COVID, and obviously he's slowly getting back into things because he's had issues with COVID coming back. But that's about it. In terms of our most solid defender, Gabriel has been our best defender.
I like Gabriel. He's done really well. He's gotten used to the Premiership. He hasn't seemed like he's missed a step. He's a good solid defender, knows how to tackle, but I'll pick Holding over him.
Fair enough. See, now here's my issue, right? Because I would never choose the fridge on toes if I had a choice.
No, same.
Right? But unfortunately, as Skipper has alluded to, Bailly hasn't played enough games, or else it would be Bailly in there for me.
Okay.
Of course.
But based on form and solid, and because I think Gabriel's only played like 7 or 8 games in the league this season, so I couldn't choose him. I might be wrong.
He's played majority of our games. Gabriel's played.
Are you sure? I'm sure I saw like 8 games.
No, Gabriel, he has played the majority of them, but
has he? Or did I get that wrong? Maybe I was looking at.
Maybe he played 12 games. He played 12 games, and then he was out from the Everton with injury, and then he's been out with COVID.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with KA and Skipper on the Maguire and Holding, not through choice, because if I had a choice, I'd definitely go with what the Truth said in terms of Bailly and Gabriel. But I think based on consistency, you'd have to go Maguire, the fridge and Holding. But yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot to put on my lamp.
Right. Right. Now this one, right?
This is easy.
Please.
It's not easy.
Please.
It's not easy. This is probably the hardest position.
This is probably the hardest one, based on the form that Shaw has come up with. Based on this season, it probably is the hardest one to pick.
But has he been on this form all season though? Has he been on this
form and consistency? Form and consistency.
There is a reason you guys got Tellers. There's a reason you guys got
Man United's best defender this season.
It was when you guys bought
and that's to provide competition. That's exactly to provide competition.
So I'm saying
to get the best out of the player.
It wasn't this whole season that he's been performing.
Yeah,
probably within the last 2 months. Probably within the last 2 months, we've seen a level above what we're used to seeing from Shaw.
The Man City game is when he came in, and then I would say from there on, he's been playing well. So a period of 8 weeks. So the last 2 months, as you said.
Yeah. So the last 2 months, we've seen him go. I think this is
in our 13-game unbeaten streak.
You know the Shaw that we saw before he broke his leg.
Yeah.
I think this is the closest to what we're seeing from him in the last 2 months.
Definitely.
The Shaw that we saw before he broke that unfortunate incident where he broke his leg.
Yeah.
But Truth, we'll start with you, Shaw or Tierney.
You know, Tierney. Tierney's just been our best player from the start of the season. You know, he's tenacious. Going forward, his delivery is monstrous. He does everything. He does everything. For me, it's easy. For me, it's very easy. Tierney, sure, as you said, it's been good this last 2 months, but even recently, Tierney's been amazing. You know, he's been part of the reason that we've had an upset. In fact, he's so important. When he's actually out of the game, we struggle creatively. Is that mad? You know, so definitely Tierney.
Skipper for you, Shaw or Tierney?
To me, I would like to know a few more stats and facts before I made my decision, because I feel that Luke Shaw has been an improved left back for a long time. He not long ago won United Player of the Season under one of Mourinho's seasons when he was manager. So Luke Shaw has been showing potential and consistency, but it hasn't been at all the time, and it hasn't been to the level that he's been showing now. The Luke Shaw that I'm seeing now is easily top 2, top 3 left backs in the Premier League. So at the same time, Tierney is good. To me, I like Tierney. Like he's got a lot of like clean rawness to his game, going forward with the ball, without the ball. Like that goal he scored the other day or a couple of weeks ago, it highlighted his. You know what I mean? It highlighted how good he is as an attacking player. And he, like Wendell said, like that you said, in terms of his play and how he assists the team, he provides massively for Arsenal. So to me, I would struggle to say, unless someone told me who's got more goals than assists this season or who's got more assists. Like I'm going with
two assists, 1 goal. Tierney's got 2 assists, 1 goal. Luke Shaw has 1 assist.
Yeah, Tierney's got more.
I'm going with Tierney then.
KA, any argument?
No arguments. I'm going with Tierney. Just for the stuff that Truth said, which I was going to say about how he affects the game. I think he brings more to the team. And even though Luke Shaw's been playing well, his form has been the best it's been for a while. Well, for a few seasons for him. But Tierney affects the game more going forward and defensively as well. Yeah. Because of his attacking style, his defensive attributes doesn't actually get talked about as much because it's such a glaring miss attackingly when he's not playing. But I'll just go for Tierney because of his on both ends of the pitch.
Full house Tierney, just for the sheer consistency that he's shown. I mean, don't get me wrong, Luke Shaw. Obviously, he must have saw my video about the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, but 100% Tierney. I mean, Shaw's played well, and I hope his form continues because if it does continue, it's going to help us massively in the league and in the FA Cup and the Europa League. So I hope it continues. But Tierney, just for the sheer consistency, and the fact that he's very good left back. I'm going to go Tierney as well. Are we playing for?
Hold on, just to cut you. Luke Shaw ain't playing the Europa League. Just to let you know.
Well, when we get to the latter stages, he might make an appearance here and there. Yeah, when we get to the latter stages, are we playing 4-3-3?
Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
All right.
Good mix between both teams.
Right. Midfield. Give midfield 3.
I think this is easy.
KA?
I know K is going to drop a name in there that I'm...
No, I'm not going to say... You think I'm going to say Partey? I'm not going to say his name.
No, I know you're going to say Xhaka.
Partey doesn't count because he's only played like 7 games.
Okay, I thought that's what when oh my gosh, the Truth was going to say, I think...
Wait, why can't we drop Partey in there?
He's only played 7 games.
So?
No, you can play Partey. He's Arsenal's midfielder. When he's fit,
don't get me wrong. Hold on.
We're so not playing.
Hold on. We're not playing who is the best player because they're the best player. That's what
combined 11 is.
We know that. No. Because then because a player we could be doing combined 11s and Van Dijk would be in the team.
But Partey's going to play tomorrow, though.
But Partey's definitely going to play tomorrow.
So yes.
Yeah, remember
How does he
combined.
get man of the match? Sorry. Yeah, all right, go on. Partey can be involved. Me personally, I wouldn't pick him because he hasn't played that many games, so I can't go based on his form because I haven't seen enough of his form. But seeing as he's going to be in the game tomorrow, he can be involved.
You have to take other things into consideration. Then, if he hasn't played as many games, you should take into consideration his effectiveness, his pass completion, and just his
Yeah, there definitely is effectiveness. I think his effectiveness is most important.
I know that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I can't go based on his form because I haven't seen enough of his form. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I doubt how great
form is not the only criteria, though.
I wanted him, so I know how great a player he is.
Form is not the only criteria, though. And
consistency, form and consistency, which neither has happened because he hasn't played enough. But go on. He's involved. Go on.
Is he in?
KA, yeah, he's in. KA, go on, midfield 3.
It's a hard. I'm trying to find that perfect combination.
To be fair, I think it's pretty easy. It's easy. Now that Partey's involved, it's easy.
I wasn't thinking of Partey, to be honest. No, I mean, like, he wasn't like first name on the team sheet. Basically, when I say I wasn't thinking of him, like, he didn't come to mind straight away.
What are you thinking about? It's so easy.
Go on, then.
Partey, Pogba, Bruno.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, anything, any which way, put them anywhere. Like, you interchange with all of them. Partey, Bruno, Pogba.
As I said, because Partey's in there, that's why it made it easy for me. Or else it would have been a little bit difficult trying to choose who would be the third person in that team. Yeah. But because Partey's involved, it picks itself. Unless Kane wants to put Xhaka in there.
He's thinking about it.
Joe, it was that defensive or that kind of holding position that I was like.
That's Partey. Partey can do that by himself.
It could be Fred. That could be Fred as well. To me, I was thinking Fred somehow, but it's true. Partey, Pogba, and Bruno.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. Once I hear it out loud, you can't argue with it.
Yeah, you can't argue it. Because I wasn't going to include Partey. My team was actually going to be a Man United midfielder, Fred, Pogba, and Bruno. To be honest, because Xhaka was never getting in my team.
I know. Getting in my team. As much as I hate we go for a Man United midfield, I'd have to put El Nene in.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to put Xhaka anyway in there.
So Partey, Pogba, and Bruno. I think that's unanimous.
I think up front. I think this is going to be the disagreement.
All right, we're going to do the 2 wingers first. The two wide players. I think it's straight. I think the front 3 straightforward, but
really?
I just
who's been playing there this season.
But the 2 wingers,
or just any attacker.
It's this season. No, it's this season.
This season. So the two players out wide. I'm not going to call them wingers, but because they could be inside forwards. But the 2 players out wide. Who are we going for? Skipper, we'll start with you first. The 2 players out wide.
Go on.
Rashford, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Rashford, yeah, for me, Rashford's one of them. Has to be for me.
Mm-hmm.
Goals and assists. He's got probably like the most in the league out of anyone that's there. Out of United and Arsenal attacking players, Rashford probably has the most goals and assists in the Premier League, apart from Bruno. So Rashford has to be there on the left for me.
Mm-hmm. And on your right hand side.
Oh, no. To me, Saka on the right. Yeah, Saka on the right. Saka on the right.
Yeah, Truth. Any issues?
Saka has to be on the right.
It's a hard one because I'm not Rashford's biggest fan. I'm not Rashford's biggest fan. I know his stats are okay this season: 7 goals, 5 assists.
In the league.
Yeah,
in the league.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think any Arsenal players got more than that.
Well, Saka has 11 assists.
Pardon?
Saka has.
Not in the league, though.
Not in the league.
My bad. I'm looking at the wrong stats.
In the league, Saka's got like 3
I take that back. Yeah, no, I take that back. I was looking at the wrong stats.
In the league, Saka has 5 goals, 3 assists, which is again a good return.
That's good. That's good. So that's 8.
The thing, okay, this is my thing. For me, Martial is better out wide on the left than Rashford.
Good, nothing this season.
But he's been poor.
Yeah,
and you know, Tony's my boy.
Martial there as
well. I know, okay, but look where
Tony's my boy.
United fan boy. But look where Rashford has got most of his goals. Rashford has most of his goals going through the middle. So I can't put him out wide though. I don't think he's effective out wide at all.
Yeah, but he's not starting through the middle. He's running from wide.
He's interchanging.
Through the middle.
Yeah, I think this front three is an interchangeable three. True.
Yeah, because also Saka can go on the left as well, or the right. That can go in the middle. Like he's everywhere.
I don't know. I'm not Rashford's biggest fan.
So who you putting instead of Rashford? Then?
I would put Martial on the left. I know he hasn't played the best. I just think Martial.
Again, you're going off your own preference.
Yeah, you're going off.
No, I'm going about who's the better player.
What this season? Rashford's better.
Yeah, but this season Rashford. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I get where.
Has Rashford been a better player than Martial?
I get where truth is coming from.
Listen, don't worry. This could be Martial's game to turn up.
I hope it is. You never know. Don't be wrong.
Because remember, this is what happened last season. He started scoring after Christmas. Martial ended up with 23, 24. Don't worry about Martial.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I think Martial is if I'm deciding between the two, especially in that position, I'll always pick Martial. He offers me much more. He can hold up the ball better. His dribbling's better. His finishing is better.
Yeah, but this season, unfortunately, I get what Truth is saying. When you look at them, the both of them, and you looked at how the both of them have played this season, forget the stats, the both of them have played. I can 100% get where the Truth is coming from. But Rashford has done the job where he's gotten the goals and assists compared to Martial, who's been on poor form. And I pray that my guy Tony gets out of this bad run as quickly as possible. But
he will. Don't worry.
I hope so.
Class is permanent, and how Martial plays is classy.
Fair enough. I think I agree. I'll go Rashford out wide, even though I don't want to. Rashford out wide and Saka on the left. Saka on the right.
KA, same thing.
Yeah, it can only be those two. Saka.
Yeah. A full house in terms of Saka and Rashford, as we got full time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Liverpool have won 3-1. Big result for them. Right.
Look, and you think it's not easy to beat Chelsea? I mean, you think it's not easy to beat Liverpool? United have to put in a lot of work to beat them in the FA. Yeah. Jose thought he could go there and just beat them, roll them over, because Hendo and Firmino are playing rap. Come on, this is the Premier League. Anything can happen. Okay.
All right. Centre forwards.
3-1. That sounds convincing to me.
It was.
Centre forward. Kay, we'll start with you. Who's the centre forward?
In form this season, right now.
It's a hard one because Cavani's got a shout. If you're talking about
he's got a big shout. It's
a hard one. It's a hard one.
If we started Cavani against Sheffield United, we would have won that. Goals would have been scored first half. Easily. That cut back for Bruno. Do you see when Bruno cut it back when he jumped in the air and Martial went to header it? Martial didn't go to header it how Cavani would have went to header it. Cavani would have been locked onto that ball, forehead, goal, easily. That would have been a goal for us. Would have had one easily. Yeah, Cavani's the Aztec warrior. He doesn't play with headers in the box.
But then if you're talking about this season and form, for the entire season, Lacazette hasn't been doing the job. But
only lately.
Only last month or so, he's come on form. So this centre forward position is quite hard to pick, to be honest.
I think it's easy.
I'm leaning towards Martial, but again, he hasn't been doing much.
Yeah, he hasn't been scoring.
So it's hard between the three of them, and I don't know who to pick, but I think Martial edges it in terms of like what he's done the entire season, in terms of play, even though he has
Martial.
Yeah.
What?
That's surprising to me to hear.
That's a shock to me as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Martial has 2 goals this season.
But
Cavani in much less minutes has double his goals.
That's what I'm saying. Eddie.
I wanted to pick Cavani, but I don't know. He doesn't start. I mean, he only recently been starting for United and affecting games, so I don't know.
I think you only got Lacazette.
Hold on. How many goals has Lacazette got this season?
Lacazette's
how many?
8.
How many?
8.
In how many games? I
haven't seen how much games he's played.
Lacazette wasn't always starting games though.
It should be there.
I think it's a 17. Is it 17?
And then go on then. It's 8-20 or something like that.
But Lacazette weren't always starting though. So he was always used as a sub. That shows that he hasn't been performing all season.
8 in 17 games.
Yeah,
And
that's
a
what I
lot of
knew.
those wasn't starts.
Yeah,
So
I had the feeling.
you're probably looking at 8 in like 13 starts. So
No, it doesn't matter. It would take it all competitions, everything. No, not all
this
competitions.
isn't all competition. This is just
and
friends.
all appearances. All appearances. I mean, a substitute appearance, you can still bang the goal, and the goal they counted. They wouldn't have said 90 minutes, 45 minutes. So that appearance counts against the ratio. Unfortunately.
Okay, who are you going for?
But back in the day, I wouldn't have put Ole in a combined 11 as a super sub. Like he came in and he was banging goals. So I don't know. That's why I'm like,
okay, you wouldn't. But in what team are you putting him in for? Because in any other team
But
apart
what are
from
we
United,
discussing?
Ole would have started.
Lacazette has 8 goals. What are we discussing? Cavani has 4, 3 off the bench. 3 goals off the bench, which is decent. The one against Everton.
How many assists?
Isn't garbage
How many
time.
assists?
So
How many assists Cavani got?
2 assists. It's,
Nah,
Martial had the most assists, which is 5. But come on, goals wise, we're talking about a centre forward here. We're not talking about wingers. We're talking about a centre forward. It's about goals. Like I said, it's 8 goals.
I'll go Lacazette. I'll take that. Final decision. Lacazette.
Sounds pressured to me. That one sounds pressured.
I think
it's a debate. It's a debate, isn't it?
I know he wanted to go Martial, and he'd have probably been the only one that picked him.
I do want to go Martial.
I would have stuck with. So why didn't you go Martial? Don't let the truth make you tell you lies. Yeah, don't let the truth make you tell lies.
This guy, I call him the anti-truth, bro. He ain't as always truth as he thinks, bro. But I'm gonna
go
the
truth, man. He just made you lie, man.
So KA, just to clarify, who you going for?
I would go for Lacazette.
Skipper, who you going for?
Edison Cavani. And I'll tell you why I'm going for Edison Cavani. You said in terms of the criteria, but to me, I'm looking in terms of we're putting this team as an 11. I'm imagine if the team has to play, Cavani is the perfect glue for Saka and for Rashford. They need a focal point, someone to rebound off, someone to reflect off. And to me, Eddie's been in good form. And like I said, if he had played against Sheffield United, his intensity, work ethic alone would have won us that game. Because think about it, they're playing Codger centre backs that are 33 and are British. We're playing Eddie, who's 33, Uruguayan, won everything. The way he would have killed them and ripped them to bits, we would have had 3 points going into Arsenal, feeling much stronger. So to me, listen, if Aubameyang was on form or half on form, that's the only striker that's going there. But he's not, and he hasn't played, and he ain't scored that much goal. So to me, I'm going with Cavani.
Truth, you're going with Lacazette, innit?
I think it's easy. I like the way Cavani's played this season, but I think Cavani, his better role is impact. You bring him off the bench, and he impacts the game a lot more than starting. The problem is United play in a way where they need their front 3 to be very mobile. If I've from what I've seen from Cavani, he scored 3 goals coming off the bench. He's only scored the 1 goal against Fulham where he has started. That shows to me he's much better on impact, and he has impacted the games when he's come on. So I think he's much better, and he's dangerous in the last few minutes because he's such a predator. Sometimes he can be such a predator. I think starting isn't his best option. Even at PSG, he stopped starting. He stopped being a starter. His role was coming off the bench, and I think that's his role.
It wasn't his role because that's where he was coming off injury, and they got a Cardi in, and they thought he's getting older and to ship him out. It's all about money, younger players, and you know what I mean. Look what he's doing for United.
Just in general, I would say I think he's done well, but he's more impactful.
But to me, like I said, for what he's done and shown, the little poacher goals he scored, the finish. Listen, he hasn't just scored. He scored 3 in the league, but he scored more in other competitions. Because in FA, he scored that left foot rocket against Everton. He scored 2 against
off the bench though. Everton one off the bench, or was he starting?
I think he started that match. Everton. It was FA Cup.
In the League Cup, he did start.
League Cup. He started the League Cup.
Yeah, the Everton one. I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the league. He came off the bench.
Come on, look at it. And listen, and not everybody scores that goal he scores. Like the goal he
I
scored in that game.
know. I've
Not
got nothing
everyone,
against, I've
not
got
everyone
nothing against
scores
bro.
that. Hardly anybody scores like that with your weaker foot, 25 yards out. Nobody does that. Nobody does that unless you're top.
TJ.
This one was probably the hardest one for me because
Joe and Tierney was.
Laka, obviously he's got 8 goals in 17 games, and I did look at that, and obviously based on the current form over the past month or so, he's been playing really well. Cavani, I agree with the truth. I think he's more of an impact player in certain games. Certain games he can start, but certain games, him coming off the bench, he'll be more effective. I.e., I think it was the Burnley game where he had an absolute stinker because of the 2 centre-backs that he was playing against. So don't get me wrong, but there's other games that I agree with Skipper. If he would have started that game against Sheffield United last night, I think we have a 100% much better chance of winning that game, based on the fact that obviously we pay Tellers as well, who likes to whip in crosses, and we know Tony. We know Tony's not going to be the one that's going to be trying to head of the balls and stuff.
He wouldn't have finished the game though.
Who?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's Cavani. It doesn't matter. He would have got us the lead where Sheffield United would have had to open up attack. Then we just keep hitting them. It would have been perfect to start Cavani. It's perfect to start Cavani most games because, to me personally, he's the one to get us this lead. And like we were talking about earlier, we're susceptible to conceding first. Let us get the goal. Let the game be more open. Then we play in the football everyone's saying is our football counter attack. But we'll be more relaxed playing that football.
100%. I hear that. I'm gonna edge Laka. Just, and that's purely based on the fact that he's got the more goals. That's all I can base it on. I can't base it on anything but that. But yeah, so combined 11 is De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire and Holding, Tierney, Partey, Pogba, Bruno, Saka, Laka, and Rashford.
Can I change my pick? I want to pick Thierry Henry instead now.
You wish, mate.
I got the old 2 jersey on for Henry, bro.
Them days are long gone, boy. Never coming back.
Them days are
to me,
long
to me, that was the worst period of my life. That shirt.
The old 2 days, bro.
Listen, I still can't get Martin Keown's face out of my mind, bro.
Listen. I'll tell you which one that kills me and will never. When he flicked it up and turned and banged it past Barthez.
My favorite goal.
I'll never forget that one day.
Barthez, bro.
He used to love Barthez, bro. Like the banter he must have given Barthez
in the
French team. In the French team must have been nuts. But yes, people, that is it from us this evening. It's been a long one. It's been an eventful one, but it's been a good one. Want to say thank you to my guys, The Truth, Mr. K.A. and our newcomer Skipper.
Don't know.
Just before we go, just because the Tottenham and Liverpool game finished, I got the results of the predictions. We did a top 6 predictions for this week. The results were, just because of this last game, me and Mr. K.A. tied with four results each. In terms of scoring criteria, if you get a perfect result, you get 3 points. If you get a correct result, you get 1 point. So K.A. got a perfect result with the Chelsea Wolves, 0-0, and he got Man City West Brom correct. All other games he got wrong.
Did he say 5-0?
No, he said no. Correct. He got it correct.
He got it correct. Oh,
TJ
got a perfect result.
Yeah, TJ got 3 points. He got the Arsenal game correct result, Man City game correct result, and Everton Leicester draw correct results. So you got 3 points, and I got 4 points to tie with KA. Got the correct results for the Tottenham Liverpool, for the Arsenal. Arsenal crap, who were we playing? Southampton. Yeah, and Man City and the Chelsea Wolves, I got a correct result. So
is this thing, is it by guess the scoreline or is it guessing the win?
No, so if you get the correct scoreline, you get 3 points. If you get the correct result, which in you say whatever team wins, whatever the scoreline is, you get 1 point.
Mm.
I think for the City one, I think I said 4-0. I think.
No, you said
then
he went back to 3-0.
And then you went back to 3-0.
But I said it finished 5-0 anyway.
I Skipper, we put pressure on him just like you got put pressure by the truth to pick Lacazette, bro.
In the folder.
But congrats to you two for getting that. Don't worry, I'm coming back with the next.
Don't worry, put me in there. I'm cleaning up.
Anytime, man, anytime. But yes, again, we got to wrap up. Thank you to my guys, The Truth, Mr. KA, and Skipper. Thank you very much.
Nice one, Skips. Nice one.
Yes, everyone. Nice to be in there. Nice to be in there. Big up my team, Super Skills, under 11s, unbeaten. Pat.
Pick them up indeed. As we say before we go, people, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what your combined 11 is. Let us know what you think the score is going to be between Arsenal and Manchester United. We want to hear from you and get interactive. Stay safe out there, people.
By the way, if United win there, you guys ain't hearing from me for a week. So I put myself out there this time. So I need to go and hide in if Man United win. So Arsenal, please don't let me down, man. I beg you.
Let's hope United get that resolve. Stay safe out there, people. Keep your family safe, and we will be back very soon. Peace.
Peace.